Or is like the arena exempted from that? Oh dear lord, 60 does that? Jeez, man. Run the arena, bye. I walk in and go, what happened? I was in the arena the whole time. I'm just gonna stare forward. I wonder what happens if you defeat the player as well as the 3 pals at the exact same time. Do you get double the rewards because you won twice? Or does it still just guarantee a victory? Because it's like, well, it doesn't matter because, well, no matter which way you put it, though, he defeated the 3 pals, but he also defeated the persons. Like, that is also true. So it's like a never-ending, like, you're guaranteed a victory, like, regardless of how they rule it. Oh, it'll be very interesting if they're like, you cheated because there's no way you could have done both at the same time. It's like, what? And it's like, yep, you lost. You're banned. Bye. One of their pals is already dead. And while mine are still growing strong. Oh, he's stuck in the air. Oh, the guy barely got any damage. It was mostly just all his pals that got wiped. Jeez, man. Yeah, so it looks like I'm gonna probably have to get Tiny Tina's Wonderland again. Unfortunate. I was kind of hoping for me to use Monolith, which is going to be the new PC I'm going to use for gaming, because it would be like it would have a brand new, like it would have a fresh install. So it's like even if they were to put Spyware on there, I'm gonna wipe it as soon as Tiny Tina's Wonderland's done anyway. So who cares? But yeah, that never happened. Things keep popping up and keeps being pushed and pushed and pushed. Yay. But I've also changed, just so everybody else is aware on the channel, even though this is probably, this is a different series that probably people don't overlap. But I just want to get it out there, so at least, like, it's somewhere on the channel somewhere. I have changed my mod idea again for Oblivion. I don't know. I might keep it. I'm not. I might keep the main idea, but I'm keeping this new idea. Maybe it'll stick enough so that way though, like it'll be the new method. Somehow, some way. But like somehow I keep changing my ideas because something better comes along or something like that, like something twists it kind of thing. So it's really weird. Anyway. So right now, I'm currently working on it. It's slowly being done, but again, it is being done. Albeit it's not as fast as I really want it to be, but hey, that's okay. The one thing I definitely got to say though is that like I really want to get it done as soon as possible. I've already done pretty much mostly the exterior. I'm hoping that within this week, which will be the next 5 days pretty much, I'll get majority of it done so that we're at 90% of it done kind of thing. And then for the rest of it kind of thing, I'm hoping I can get at least the rest of it done over the weekend, if that's possible. Because if I can get the rest of it done over the weekend, then that's great. Because then I'm just looking for one thing in particular. And if anybody's wondering, the idea is that Xilestar is coming back. So if you don't remember my mod sort of ideas, it was supposed to be Xilestar all the time, and then the lore changed so that Xilestar was destroyed, and the Xilestar fortress was then created. Now, the lore has changed again, where Xilestar was rebuilt, and that's pretty much what we're going to be doing. And then that's the idea. So Xilestar has been rebuilt, and that's what we're seeing. But currently, right now, I'm trying to technically add a cell to the already existing Therian mod that I'm that I'm copying everything from. But I'm running into an issue, and that is that there are very little mods that actually use that Alien Palace layout that I'm trying to sort of fill in. I got 260? I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. I just wanted to see the swords. Okay, so it doesn't use the durability. Okay, good, because I was going to say, if it's using my durability, that's not fair. Like, that's not fair if it's actually using my durability. So yeah, so that's like pretty much like the go-to plan. But right now I'm also trying to add like a bonus content area, which I've already sort of like surmised what I want kind of thing. Like I've already planned out what I want, but like I'm currently trying to plan around how I'm going to do it right now. So pretty much the idea is this. Underneath Xilestar is going to be a giant elaborate, well not elaborate, but like a giant underground ruins, alien ruins area, pretty much. And the idea behind it is like nobody knows how it got there. Nobody knows how it's even that big. But everybody is well aware that it is underneath Xilestar. And the concept of it is pretty much that there's going to be 8 mini bosses and 8 bosses. And that's how it's going to work. So the idea is that you go through the mini boss. The mini boss is going to be pretty tough because it's going to be based off of what the boss is going to be, but weaker, obviously. So the mini boss is supposed to engage how your strategy is going to work, though. So would your strategy work against the boss? You test it against the mini boss. The mini boss pretty much tells you that, hey, your strategy might need some work. Because if you're having a rough time with me, you're going to have an extra rough time with the boss. Because the boss is like twice or even 3 times stronger than I am, right? So it's like, that's exactly what the mini boss is going to do, is to engage your thing. And not only that, when you beat the mini boss, it's going to give you an item that will help you out with the boss. So let's say what I'm currently have planned is like a sort of like a frost enemy that's like immune to frost damage, but it's going to be slightly weak to fire damage. So maybe it'll give you something that helps you like resist frost, because obviously it's immune to frost, but it does frost damage. So obviously something that, like, you know, helps out with the frost damage that you're going to be taking. And then mini boss will tell you like if your current strategy works or not. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have an option that will allow people to either have either have the ability to cheese the boss fights, which just means allow paralysis to happen, or they are immune to paralysis. And then that's it. But pretty much the whole idea, or the whole story of what my mod was going to be, was that you were a candidate of being the next Dark King once Drathis goes kaput, pretty much. And pretty much you're trying to like convince the heart that you're the perfect candidate to be the next in line, kind of thing, when Drathis goes kaput. And pretty much at the end, you're supposed to be given, at the end of like a long quest line kind of thing, of you showing the heart that you're the next chosen one, kind of thing, your next task kind of thing, to prove that you are looking for the heart's approval, kind of thing, you are going to be rebuilding Xilestar. Now, I was going to revise this later on, where at the start of the candidacy kind of thing, like Xilestar is already being rebuilt, like it's in the process of being rebuilt, but at the end of the story is when Xilestar is fully rebuilt. And Drathis, who is still technically considered alive, would give you the fortress, or would give you Xilestar, one of the two. I don't know. It was still in the planning phases. But I was going to have 2 separate versions of my mod, though. They both use the same ESM, and they both use the same VSA, but they're both different. So one is like, if you just want Xilestar only, so you just want like the final reward kind of deal, there you go. But if you want, let's say, the storyline, you go with, obviously, the storyline, right? But that's pretty much what I wanted to do, though. And the final one, before I just switched to just going Xilestar, was going to be about, was going to be like, you go and, like, the Xilestar is slowly being rebuilt as you go along. So the timeline of what it's going to be is, like, obviously way after Xilestar was destroyed and the fortress was built, to now Xilestar is being slowly rebuilt as you progress through the main story of the mod, kind of thing. And then at the end of the mod, Drathis will sort of ask you to fight him kind of thing. And then I wonder if I can script it in a way that if he goes unconscious, he pretty much not admits defeat though, but he says like, you're really strong. But like you could do some more work. It's like, I took you down, and then it's like yeah, but I let you put me down. Because I just think that would just be like a very interesting thing though. But that's why right now I'm mostly just looking at like alien ruins and all that stuff, like alien mods pretty much, and just seeing like what I can add kind of thing. That's it. Alright, so that's going to be it for Palworld. Next time, hopefully there will be an update that will pretty much be able to get us to where we want to be in terms of the game. But, yeah. So I'll see you guys next time for some more Palworld.